Welcome to the Live Intentional podcast. Here we will explore stories, ideas, and questions from our life with the hope to ignite you to live according to your values and beliefs.
On this podcast, we will share our visions from our past, present, and future.
Our hope is by us sharing our story, we can inspire you to live more intentional and make you think about new ways to get creative in your relationships.
We hope you will follow us on this journey. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Intentional Living Podcast. Thanks for listening last week, and we hope you really enjoyed it. This week, we're going to be talking about holiday traditions. For us, we celebrate Christmas, and by the time you listen to this, it'll be in 3 wake-ups.
But before we start talking about our traditions, we wanted to kind of go back in time and talk about, I guess we never really talked about like what Christmas was like for each other growing up, have we?
Yeah, I don't know. A little bit, I think.
Yeah, we haven't really totally covered it, but let's briefly talk about like what was Christmas like for you growing up.
For me, we always did decorating like the Christmas tree as a family. We did artificial just because I was like allergic when I was younger. But we would pick a night, decorate. My mom would always make hot chocolate and cookies, so we would have that, and then always have Christmas music playing on the radio. And then I feel like besides that, sometimes we would like go see the Rockettes, go do something like Christmassy somewhere. But we would always Christmas Eve also drive around and look at Christmas lights on houses and listen to music.
Yeah. Have you always went to New York like before we started dating? Because I know that like when we started dating, me and you and your family, we used to always go to New York at Christmas time. Was that something that you guys did like yearly when you were young too?
Yeah, so we actually did that. That was actually for my sister's birthday. She would choose New York, so that's actually like how it got started. Right. Is she like wanted to go for her birthday, and we would usually like walk around, go to out to dinner.
So you would do it before her. Oh yeah, yeah.
It was before Christmas, but her birthday's in December,
yeah.
So it was like a Christmassy too.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a little tradition that your family had, which was really for Rachel's birthday, but
yeah, kind of like doubled a little, I guess. I feel like some like specific traditions is that Christmas Eve we always got to open one gift, which was a couple of times I believe it was Christmas pajamas, but most of the time it was a Christmas ornament, and then we would get to put it on the tree that night, which was always really fun. It was like a nice little surprise. We always went to my grandparents on my dad's side on Christmas Eve, so when we would get home from that, then that's when we got to open up like this one little special gift, which was really fun before we went to sleep. And then Christmas Day, the morning always at our house, always had cinnamon buns in the morning for breakfast, which was my favorite. And then we would go to my grandparents on my mom's side for like dinner there.
Cool. Yeah. For me, I guess we didn't really do much. Like you had a real tree, and that's when, you first fell in love with real trees when we started dating.
Yeah,
we had the real tree. We would always decorate as a family. I guess I don't know if you would call this a tradition, but for me and my brother, we would every year sneak down and have to peek at the gifts on Christmas, like before
in the morning.
Before waking up our parents. Like one year with the go-kart, I think you've heard this story, but we snuck down, saw that there was a go-kart, and like we planned this whole schematic fainting scene my brother put on. Is that on
video anywhere?
I don't know if my dad stopped videoing at that point, but like when we were young, my dad would make us wait in bed, and we would wake them up, and he'd have to get up, make his coffee, get the camera set up. I don't know if he was still videoing at that point though. I can ask him and find out though. Then other than that, Christmas Eve we always went to my aunt's house, opened presents with the family and the kids. And then Christmas Day kind of varied. We went to my mom's side, or we went to my dad's side also, back and forth for that. So how about when we first started dating? Did anything change, or how did that play out?
Honestly, I feel like it changed just because we added things, but I feel like we didn't really necessarily completely change things up, because then I guess it got a little busier. But I feel like when we started dating, I don't think you necessarily always came to my grandparents on my dad's side.
When we
first
started dating, yeah.
Yeah, because your aunt's
Christmas
was at the
Eve.
same time. But I would try to stop over your aunt's first, and then my parents would pick me up, and we'd go there.
On the way there, right.
And then we did mornings separate, because we stayed at our own houses. And then I would usually come over, see your parents and grandparents, and then head over to my grandparents.
Yeah, I guess Christmas Day we did kind of like a quick visit with each other. We didn't hang out all day, and bounced back and forth mainly until I could drive, right? And then we kind of went to each family together.
Yeah. Then we kind of started making the trips together. Yeah. You actually didn't even sleep over Christmas Eve ever until it was
a few years. I forgot.
It was a long time.
Yeah.
It was the year we got engaged. And that's when I actually thought it was going to happen, because it's the first time you ever slept over Christmas Eve, and you were there for Christmas morning. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh man, this could be the." I remember I got up
shortly after that.
It did. It happened January 5th, right after that.
That might have been close to the time that I asked your dad around Christmas Eve.
But I remember thinking that it was a possibility, so I got dressed. Usually I was in my PJs for opening gifts, but that day I put on an actual outfit, and I was like, oh my gosh, this could be it. He's never slept over for Christmas Eve before.
There's something going on.
Yeah, I was like, this has to be it. No. My parents actually got engaged on Christmas Day, so I didn't know if he would do that as well, so that's the only thing that kind of threw me off.
My dad did ask me if I would do it on Christmas, and that was kind of in the back of my head. I didn't want to steal that away from your dad.
Yeah.
And kind of wanted to do like something special, and like because we love Disney so much, I wanted to do it there. I think I had in my head, and we were going so often at that point. Out of our traditions that we have written down, though, that we have as of now too, they're still building. We always
so these are like new traditions as of us being married and living together.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not what I was gonna say. Is that there is a tradition on there that we started when we were dating, which was buying the ornaments for each other.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. We started that when we started dating. Oh, we have, which is really cool too, because we have so many to look through, and it's like fun remembering like the year and like
some of them have pictures of us in it from like back then. My aunt made a little like a Christmas ball with our old picture in it.
Yeah, that
one's cool to look at when we open them. Other than that, I don't think many of these started when we were dating.
No, I don't think so. I think sometimes when we were dating, we would do the driving around looking at lights.
Yeah, that was that. I feel like we took that tradition from your family though, and we like that tradition. What's funny about the ornaments though is that like when we first started dating, we would get each other like 2 or 3. Yes. And now it's like, now that we've been together for a while, it's like, let's try and limit it down to like one, maybe 2 if we see a cool one that goes with it. Yeah, if you see one that you
like absolutely have to get. Otherwise, we try to do one.
Yeah, that's why we have so many. So for as long as we've been together, there's been 3, 4 per year in the beginning, and then slowly trickled down. So that's why we have so many.
Yeah, which was really nice though, because we had so many ornaments the first year we moved in together when we got married.
Yeah, like, it was cool. We really
had like a tree full already because we were together.
Also snuck some of the Disney ones from my mom.
Or 10 years before we got married. Yeah.
Then when we got married, do you remember like our first Christmas here?
Our first Christmas here? I wrote it down more specifically, and we have like a Christmas memory book that we use now, which I just got last year actually.
Yeah, but we wrote the
previous years in it, which was really nice. So I know the first year we definitely we cut down our Christmas tree.
Mm-hmm. That was, I guess, the first tradition that in both of our minds we wanted to incorporate, because you wanted a real tree now, and I've always had a real tree, but
and you've always wanted to cut one down.
We never cut ours down. We would go to like
a tree farm.
Yeah, not a tree stand shop or whatever.
Yeah.
So we did find a local tree farm, and we go there every year and we cut them down. So that is our first tradition that we have here that we continue to do. And I suggest that, I mean, it's a cool experience to go out and do it. So if you can and find a tree farm near you, do it. It's really cool.
It definitely makes like a fun little day too, because you go out, you really like search through the farm, finding that like
it
perfect
takes you
tree.
Like an hour and a half to find the perfect tree, and then she'll find a perfect one, and I'm like, well, I don't think it can hold our heavy ornaments, and then I gotta let you search again.
Yeah, that is so true. Or it like looks perfect, but it's gonna be too tall for the ceiling.
yeah, that's true too. So there's a lot of things that go into cutting down your own tree that you'll learn when you go, and then from there, we do decorate the tree and reminisce on our ornaments. So we were talking about the ornaments. We have so many from families, so many from our wedding, from dating. Yeah. We have a bunch of Disney ornaments because we were obsessed with Disney for like our whole life.
Yeah, they're so fun to look at.
Yeah, but that's a really fun tradition that anybody can really do. Like if you decorate the tree with your significant other and just kind of reminisce on like why you got this ornament, and you might have an ornament like us, like from 10 years ago that like, why did you even get this from me? I'm not even into this anymore, but we don't, but you could. And that's a funny story that you guys have together.
Another one we do, which I love doing it, it might be hard to keep up, but I love it. We do matching Christmas pajamas. We're gonna end up having like 50 pairs of Christmas pajamas, but I do love doing it. We do the Christmas pajamas, and then we do wear them like Christmas morning, opening our gifts and everything.
We do the picture Christmas Eve. We wear them Christmas Eve nights. We usually watch a Christmas movie or a couple Christmas movies Christmas Eve, and then we wear them to bed, and then we wake up, eat our breakfast, and do the morning in our Christmas PJs. Do you have pictures of the previous Merry Christmas in the PJs?
I do actually.
We'll throw some of them on Instagram for you guys to see.
Yeah. Another thing, Christmas morning, we always took a Christmas breakfast first, kind of like a slow morning, relax. The first year we didn't start it.
We didn't start what we ate.
What we ate specifically, but now we do popovers, which is really fun because it's based off of one of our trips to Acadia and Jim Thorpe Pond. They do
No, not Jim Thorpe.
Oh no!
It's it's Jordan Pond.
Jordan
House.
Pond.
So we've been to Acadia twice now, and both times we have went back to Jordan Pond House for these popovers. So basically, they're kind of I would say a hollow muffin.
Almost, yeah.
Big
they're
hollow
really
muffin?
puffy, like
flaky,
full of air on the inside.
Yeah, and then what you do is you cut them open and you put butter and jam on the inside, and they are amazing.
They're so good.
Yeah, so that's our Christmas breakfast. We have popovers, sometimes bacon, maybe some eggs, but mainly the popovers are the tradition part of it. So when we just went to Acadia, I guess about a month ago now, we got their batter. Last year we ordered it from Amazon, so you can find it on Amazon. If you want to try popovers, just know you need a specific pan and the mix. So you can get it on Amazon. We bought the mix from Jordan Pond this time again, as we did the first year we started this, so that way we can have the Jordan Pond ones.
Yeah, I'm very excited to have them again, actually.
Me too, but you love them. We went there. How many we didn't eat many this time.
No.
The first time I feel like we had like 6
I think
dinner.
We had a lot the first time. Yeah, this time we probably had like 2 each.
Yeah.
I think.
2
and I get
we didn't
tea.
order
I always
more.
get hot tea with mine.
Yeah. But fun fact that we learned this past time we were in Acadia, that the Jordan Pond House sells over 5,000 popovers a day, and they have a specific chef who is just there to cook the popovers.
Yeah, so it's dine-in only. They don't do takeout for it because just imagine how much that would increase.
Yeah, because a lot of people, like even when we were waiting to get seated, people were coming in and asking if they can take popovers to go. Yeah. And when we asked the guy, he told us about the 5,000, and then he said, just imagine if we did do it to go, how many more we would produce a day.
You could like essentially triple probably the amount.
I don't think it would be double. I think it'd be like triple or quadruple the amount of that.
So that's like kind of what we do Christmas morning. We do gifts, and then I feel like after that kind of switches up. Sometimes we'll like go to my parents' first, open gifts there. Yeah. The first year I think we were married, we went over in our PJs still and opened up, right?
Yeah. After the popovers Christmas morning, there's not many tradition aspects of our Christmas day because we want to kind of fit in both of our sides.
Yeah, we like to enjoy the day with our families.
But we also do hot chocolate and a light drive that we do. Yeah. We'll probably do that this week since it's Christmas week. We usually do that the week of Christmas, where we just make hot chocolate and we drive around looking at Christmas lights. Sometimes we go to like the farms around here. They have big setups and stuff. Last year that was I think because of COVID and they were closed, that we waited like 2.5 hours in line. It was crazy. So we'll just drive around and look at Christmas lights. Along with getting our Christmas tree, we also cut a piece off of the bottom of the tree that we cut down, and we make a Christmas ornament out of that. So at this point, we have 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
3.
We have 3. Yeah.
I didn't do it for this one yet. Unfortunately, it's probably going to have a hole in the bottom, so maybe I'll cut to where the hole is and then cut a piece. But we just keep a piece of the tree that we picked out just to kind of, remember.
Yeah. It's
each tree I feel like has been different. This one's a little bit smaller because we got a dog and we kind of wanted to test his limits just in case he pulled it down. We got a little bit of a smaller tree. Yeah. And it also, I feel like this is a good size to fit the angel and everything on top really nicely. So we may stick with this size.
I know. I actually really like this tree. I think this might be, it's so hard to say because I love all the trees for different reasons. I think so too. Yeah. We actually got a different kind of tree than we typically get this year.
Yeah, I forget what he said it was. The only problem I have with this tree is that some of the heavier ornaments,
Yeah.
even if it was bigger in this type of tree, I don't think they would have held.
Yeah. Yeah, we did have to there were some ornaments
Yeah,
we
that we
couldn't put
weren't
on
able
this
to
year
put
just
on.
because the branches
But we
weren't.
did still kind of
as
go
strong.
through them a little bit and
Yeah.
reminisce on
Yeah,
them.
yeah, we still looked at them, which was fun.
So those are our traditions that we've created, when we started dating, kept them going, and every year we create more when we get married. This year, I don't know if any of these were added this year, or did we add
something?
one?
So this year we added doing the advent calendar
Advent
together
calendar, yeah.
with the journaling.
Yeah, and we have to do that for this week. So every week we do a verse, kind of asks us questions after, and makes you think about the Christmas time and the holiday and the
Yeah.
reason for the season.
Yeah, I really enjoy that actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's a nice time to like
I
sit
hope
down
that the
together
company that we
too.
did do it from does it every year, because it'd be
Yeah.
neat, and maybe it would be different, a little different every year with different verses that we read.
Yeah.
So we got some questions again for each other this year, or this episode. My first question is, what has been your favorite Christmas tradition that we've created so far?
It's so hard to say because I love all of them, but definitely, I feel like it's so hard to just pick one. But
I have to pick one because I want to see if it's the
just
one
one?
that we have like the same thought about.
Oh man, that's hard because I feel like I have like a top two, but I really love picking out our Christmas tree. It's like a fun day together.
Yeah, that would be my second, and my first one would be popovers.
Popovers.
that
Was
your
what I was
second?
yeah, that's what I was between.
So we're opposite, yeah.
It's so hard. I also I really enjoy having like Christmas breakfast together. I feel like it's like a really nice like
Well, the
time
popover
for
and
us
the
in
whole
morning.
part right there. Yeah. And we don't open gifts as soon as we get up. We eat breakfast. We hang out a
Yeah.
little bit.
We usually put some like music on, like Christmas music on.
Well, we
while
put
we,
a Christmas album on. Usually
Yeah.
the Frank Sinatra one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Getting to our next question.
Oh, you're gonna go? Go ahead.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite song is "Jingle Bells" by Frank Sinatra. You weren't expecting that,
No, that's what I was gonna say for myself.
was it? It's between that and the John Lennon. So This Is Christmas.
Yeah.
Those two are probably my two
I
favorite.
believe the name of
Christmas
that's
songs.
different, but yes, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, those two are probably my favorite Christmas
Yeah.
songs. What is your favorite ornament I've given you? So this is hard because this can go back to dating and everything, if you can remember those.
Ooh, that's so hard. Oh my gosh, that's really tough. Okay. I love Eeyore. So I have a little Eeyore and he's like kind of wrapped up in Christmas lights. That's definitely one of my favorites. And then you also got me, I love the little A Christmas Carol Disney book. It
That
like
was my
actually
favorite I've gotten you.
opens.
Yeah,
It's a
the whole
Christmas
story.
ornament, but it's a whole
tiny.
story.
Yeah,
It opens
it's like-
and you can
it's
read all the
Mickey.
pages.
It's
Yeah,
Mickey.
it's the Mickey version
Yeah,
of a Christmas.
of a
Yeah.
Christmas story book.
Or
That one's
Christmas.
cool.
Yeah.
That's probably
Or-
my favorite that
yeah.
I've gotten you as well.
It's like the Dickens Christmas
Yeah.
story, that one.
Yep.
Let's see. What was your favorite tradition growing up?
So like I said, I don't know if this is a tradition, but I really enjoyed the bonding time between me and my brother going out. Not that we could see the gifts because they were wrapped, but the last year we did it was the year with the go-kart, and that made it really special that we saw it and we planned a whole feigning scene. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
said,
really
and-
fun. I hope
yeah.
I need to. I'll actually ask.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask.
And even like
if
we
there's
used
a
to
video
search
of
the
that.
house, and my dad got really good at hiding them, like trying to find them. I I don't like surprises too much.
I know he's so hard to
But,
surprise.
Like I wanted them in there, like why wait? So, best part about Christmas Day.
I would just have to say spending time with family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree. And
Life gets so busy, and it's really nice to have like a full day to just.
yeah,
spend
and
time with
I feel
each
like
other.
after the virus and everything, like it's hard to do dinners and
Yeah.
stay healthy, and I feel like the holidays, especially Christmas, is a time to come together and celebrate the year with everybody.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. What new tradition should we start this year? Or like technically, I guess for next year.
Well, I think that we should start. I mean, it's hard to do where we live because we don't always get snow before
Yeah.
Christmas. But either maybe building a snowman or like sledding would be
Ooh.
cool to do like before Christmas, which it rarely ever. I don't think it snowed before Christmas here
Not in
since we were
years.
kids.
Yeah.
So we live in New Jersey, and it usually snows here mid-January to February now.
Yeah.
if we're
March can
lucky.
even get
March
some snow
can even
now.
get snow, yeah.
We got snow within like the past I guess like within the past 6 years we've gotten snow snowstorms 2 different times on the first day of spring.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy to even think of. But I would love to be able to do that. To be honest, I mean, a tradition that we didn't throw in here that we've kind of done every year since we got married and before was we go ice skating. Like, usually we go to the Philly Ring every year and do the ice skating in the German village town, or German Christmas, is it called? German
it's
Christmas
like
Village?
It's called like German Christmas Village. Yeah.
So we've been doing that for a few years. Which, I mean, we could throw that into our tradition list because we do it anyway. So
yeah, I feel like a new tradition that we have done it, but I'd love to go to like some sort of show, ballet, or Christmas like music concert.
Yeah, we haven't done that every year, but we have done the Rockettes. We did the Nutcracker last year, which was really cool. I didn't know if I was going to enjoy that or not, but that was really awesome. Just to see like the choreograph for that is just
it's really beautiful.
It's insane. Yeah, it's really, really good. They do a great job. What would your dream Christmas be?
My dream Christmas? I just think like a Christmas that I'd like to experience. Like I love Christmas the way we do it, but a Christmas I would really love to experience is for us to maybe like rent like a mountain house one year and like go out into like you know better than I do how you go cut your tree down in those kinds of woods, because we go to like a tree farm.
Yeah,
but this is like out in, you have to get like a permit for
cutting down your own tree in the woods. Yeah,
I would love to do that, have like a real tree, and then
hopefully there would be snow.
Yeah, hopefully there would be snow. So like a white Christmas, like kind of like bundled up in like a cabin together, fireplace going. Yeah.
That would probably be my ideal Christmas too. So I don't know if we can add that into traditions, but
I like to just like at least do it once
a couple times
or something. Sure. Yeah. Let's see. Any other questions for you? A special memory that stands out?
The go-kart one will always be in my mind. Between us, I think the first time that we went ice skating like was pretty cool, because I mean you struggle every year trying. I
always look like Baby Bambi.
Yeah,
the first
you look
time
like
I
Baby
get out
Bambi
there.
when you get on the ice, but the first year like that was the only time you've ever pulled me down.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't Baby Bambi. It was like it was pretty bad seeing her get on the ice for the first time that first year. So that memory will always stick with me as well.
Yeah, that's fun. I think that's like kind of it that we have, right?
Yeah, and I hope that you guys, you know, if you see something that you guys are doing every Christmas, like throw it into Christmas traditions, because just the word tradition for Christmas, you know, it dates back so long, and your family had traditions, and your family's family had traditions, like, you know, so
it's really fun to like carry on certain traditions and then
you
to add
pass them
your
down
own
to your kids, and you know, keep building on it. Just because you say, hey, this first year that we're married, or you know, this is our list of traditions, like add new ones and explore them. Like if you don't like it one year, then don't add it in, you know, if you're not having fun with it. But traditions are meant to be shared and remembered, and those are why, like your last question, like what special Christmas memories stand out. And to me, like those every single year, all those traditions that we just listed to you guys, they stand out to me every year, and I enjoy doing them with you.
I would also say I really loved last year getting like a Christmas journal book.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, sometimes it's like hard to remember certain things, and it's really nice to like be able to write them down and like see what you did the previous year. And
and it's like a photo album that your parents would have had, but like, you know, you're going to show your kids this, like, oh my God, look, our first Christmas married. Here's, because the one that we have has like a spot for a picture, and then you write what you did and stuff. So like, here's a picture of us, our first Christmas in our PJs, and here's, you know, what we did, and you can show your kids it. So that is really cool. And that's kind of a tradition too, as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
We hope you have a Merry Christmas and enjoy your holidays.
Whatever holiday you celebrate, you know, we hope that you enjoy it and remember why we do celebrate it.
Yeah, and we would love to hear your traditions as well.
Yeah.
So comment to us and
let us know, because we would love to hear it, and maybe we'll even add some into ours and sneak some of yours in.
Absolutely.
So we both would just like to thank you so much for listening to this episode, and if you could leave us a review on wherever you're listening by either just tapping the stars, or if you have a chance to write a written review, we would really appreciate it. Also follow us on Instagram and Twitter for weekly questions and content you won't see or hear on this podcast. We thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Talk to you then. Merry Christmas.